Hello guys, this is onlyabidoang and today I'm going to show you all types of magic gnomes and how to get them in The Sims 3. First of all, if you don't know what a magic gnome is, it's a special type of gardening gnome that can vanish from their original spot and then move somewhere else around your home with a different pose every night. If you're lucky, you can spot them disappear behind a yellow cloud and then appear somewhere around your home. They usually appear next to desirable objects such as joining a sim watching TV, observing a plant, gathering with other gnomes, etc. Some special types of gnomes like to appear near objects related to them. Not only that, but they can also interact with certain objects in your home, such as turning on the TV, turning on the stereo, standing on a table, etc. Some types of gnomes even have special features dedicated to them, but I'll explain about it later. If you want to get rid of them, just put them in your inventory or sell them. These gnomes are very rare and can sometimes be obtained by doing specific interactions. If you want to get these gnomes immediately, you can use cheats. First, press Ctrl plus Shift plus C to activate the cheat console and type in testingcheatsenabled true. Then type in this other cheat, buy debug on. With this cheat, a new section with a question mark in buy mode will appear and you can buy all types of magic gnomes in your game. And now I'm going to show you all types of magic gnomes, how to get them, and all of their poses. The first magic gnome is the mysterious Mr. Gnome. He is the most common magic gnome and the easiest one to be found in various ways. There's a chance that you'll get one after exploring the catacombs in the graveyard, fishing, getting them in the mail after you've sent a gem to be cut or metal to be smelted, buying them from the consignment store, from mining with the miner, etc. You can also make one by using the transfigurification mechanic from the Sims 3 World Adventure. First, buy the Carter's display case. Then, place 8 items worth around 1000 until 3500 simoleons in total. After that, choose Activate. It will then process the items and you'll get your very own mysterious Mr. Gnome. And besides this, there are a lot more ways to get this gnome that I didn't mention. All you need is a good luck. Here are all of his poses. This gnome is based on China, so of course, it requires you to go to Shangsimla, China. There's a chance that you'll get one by exploring the catacombs, getting them in the base camp mail after you've sent gems to be cut or metals to be smelted, or while fishing, but all of them should be done in China. Here are all of his poses. This magical gnome is based off of Egypt, so you have to go to Al-Simhara, Egypt. Also, like Master Manchu, you can obtain it with the same actions as before, but in Egypt. Here are all of his poses. This gnome is based on France, so you have to go to Chompless Sims, France. Also, like the two previous gnomes, just do the same thing but in France. But believe it or not, you can get 3 of them easily just by going to France. Just go to the art museum and you shall see the trio hanging out on the podium. You can grab them immediately and move them into your inventory. Here are all of his poses. This gnome looks like some kind of a robot. You can obtain it by accidentally inventing it from the inventing station, though the chance of inventing it is random. This gnome also has a unique feature. When you have an unfinished invention on the inventing station, there's a chance that the gnome will magically work on it and continue the progress up to 99%. Here are all of his poses. This gnome looks like a statue. Also, like the Invention gnome, it can be sculpted accidentally at random times if you have level 5 sculpting skills or higher. Note that the material that was used to sculpt it will affect how it will look. Here are all of his poses. This gnome looks like a teddy bear instead of a regular gnome. To get it, there's a random chance that whenever you're getting a clean laundry from an expensive dryer, a message will appear saying that you have found it. Here are all of his poses. This gnome looks like an ancient caveman wielding a club. He can be found while traveling from the time machine that can be built with level 9 inventing skill or while using the drill miner that can be built with level 7 inventing skill. Here are all of his poses. This gnome looks like some kind of a rapper or a hip-hop dancer because of his poses and appearance. To find him, you first have to become a 5-star celebrity. Then there's a chance that you'll be sent this gnome as a celebrity gift from the mail. Here are all of his poses. This gnome looks like a classic female vampire. To get her, if you have 3 or more plasma fruit plants in your lot, there's a chance that she will appear nearby. She also has another unique property. If you have a teddy bear, she will go near it and then turn it into another vampire gnome. Here are all of her poses. If you didn't know, in the Sims 3 Generations, gnomes can now age and reproduce. Just have 2 mysterious Mr. Gnome in your lot, and after that, there's a chance that a baby gnome will appear, which is a new type of gnome. Keep in mind that this only applies to the mysterious Mr. Gnome, not to other magic gnomes. Since gnomes now age, there are 5 life stages of gnomes. The first is a toddler stage, then the child stage, after that the teenager stage. Next is the adult stage, which is the mysterious Mr. Gnome, and finally the elder stage. After a while, the elder gnome will die and a gnome tombstone will be spawned, which can then be sold for money. This gnome looks like a pink cartoonish bunny with a gnome head and beard. To get it, there's a 0.1% chance that the gnome will appear after a dog barks or a cat freaks out at a fridge. Also, I'm not kidding guys. In this footage, after my dog's second bark attempt to the fridge, this guy just suddenly appeared out of nowhere. Guess I'm just extremely lucky. Here are all of its poses. This gnome looks like a dog with a blue gnome costume. Every day, there's a 0.7% chance that this guy will show up in your home for every dog best friend you have. So yeah, just be best friends with some dogs out there and the chance will increase. Here are all of its poses. This gnome looks like a cat with a green gnome costume. There's a 0.7% chance that it will appear in your home every time your cat gets the whacked out moodlet, which can be received if your cat plays with the catnip toy. Here are all of his poses. This gnome looks like a horse with a yellow gnome costume. There's a chance that he will show up whenever a horse in your household licks a salt lick for 80 minutes. The chance will be increased by 0.2% chance for every additional 20 minutes of salt licking. This guy also has a unique feature. Over the time, he will leave random produce around your lot. Here are all of his poses. This gnome looks like a singer and always brings his microphone everywhere. There's a chance that he will appear in your home if you're at least level 7 in the singer career. Also, he could appear if you have a peanut butter and banana sandwich left over. This is actually a reference to Elvis Presley because his favorite food is also that. He has a unique feature. At night, there's a chance that the musical "ta-da" sound effect will be played and you'll get a 24-hour positive moodlet. This causes you to temporarily have an amazing singing skills. Here are all of his poses. This gnome looks like a magician with the magic wand and the top hat. Like the previous gnome, there's a chance that he will appear in your home if you're at least level 7 in the magician career. You can also obtain it randomly from using the appearing objects magic trick. Here are all of his poses. This gnome looks like a typical ghost. You can obtain it by using the claw machine. As a reward after succeeding in researching ghosts in the Vault of Antiquity, or can be found randomly on the lot if one of the Sims in your household got the haunting curse. One of the features of this gnome is that it can summon a ghost at random times when placed on the lot. Here are all of its poses. This gnome wears a pink bunny suit. He can be redeemed in the Spring Festival concession stand for 500 festival tickets. There's a chance that he'll appear in your inventory while collecting festival eggs in spring. Also, there's a small chance that he will appear at your home in spring after woohooing, or if there's a small garden of flowers and harvestable plants. Here are all of his poses. This gnome looks like he's enjoying the summer vibe with an outfit and a pool float. He can be redeemed in the Summer Festival concession stand for 500 festival tickets. Also, there's a small chance that he'll appear on your lot when you're cooking on a barbecue, setting up a firework, or when the day is above 32 Celsius or 90 Fahrenheit. Here are all of his poses. This gnome looks like an evil witch with a broomstick. She can be redeemed in the festival concession stand for 500 festival tickets. There's a chance that you'll get one after entering the haunted house in the fall festival or while trick-or-treating. There's also a small chance that she'll appear on your lot when there are a scarecrow, a leaf pile, a fire pit, pumpkins, or someone dying. Here are all of her poses. This gnome wears some kind of a snowman costume. He can be redeemed in a winter festival concession stand for 500 festival tickets. There's also a small chance that he'll appear on your lot when it's snowing heavily, after eating a snow cone, or after making a snowman, a snow angel, or an igloo. Here are all of his poses. This gnome looks like the regular Mr. Gnome, but much more evil. You can find him from the mail like the mysterious Mr. Gnome, or from trick or treating. This gnome can do some evil stuff. He can break objects, create puddles, unmake beds, knock over the trash can, create trash piles, give you the nightmare moodlet, and even scare other gnomes. Also, don't you dare kick the gnome, as it will make him even more evil. Here are all of his evil poses. This gnome looks like some kind of a man wearing a graduation robe. He can be found randomly while your sim is attending a class in a university, while you're studying hard from the textbook or the computer, or after graduating university. This gnome's ability is that he can make students study better when nearby or when in the inventory. Here are all of his poses. This gnome looks like a diver with an old diving suit. There's a chance that you'll obtain him while snorkeling, scuba diving, in an underwater chest, or after exploring an underwater cave. Here are all of his poses. This gnome looks like a futuristic mech. To get it, first you have to go to the future using the time portal. Then go to the wasteland area and you shall find a crashed spaceship, which can only be unlocked by a key. The key segments can be found by excavating scraps that appear throughout the wasteland. There are 4 types of segments. If you have all 4 of them, click on one of the segments and choose Assemble the Mysterious Fragments. Use the key to unlock the door and then go downstairs. There you shall see several pedestals that contain some treasure. If you collect them, there's a chance that you'll get this futuristic looking llama. There are 5 types of llamas, and you'll need all of them to assemble a mech gnome. It's pretty random on how many llamas you will receive from the spaceship. In this footage, I only get 1 type of llama. So to get more, you can either reset the time continuum with level 10 advanced technology skill so you can revisit the crash site, or turn the future into a dystopian future, follow the procedures on how to do it, go to the future again and find this pile of junks. If you rummage through it, there's a chance that you will get one of the llamas. If you want, you can also disassemble the mech gnome. Now here are all of its poses. And those are all types of magic gnomes and how to find them in the Sims 3. That was a really long list. I hope I've covered all of them. Thank you so much guys for watching. And whoa, would you look at that? There are 30,000 of you guys already. I just can't thank you guys enough. I might do a special video to celebrate this. Just wait and see. Anyway, I hope you've clicked like button below, and if you like what you see, feel free to subscribe to my channel for more Sims contents. You can also comment down below ideas for my next video. See you later.
For knuckle.